Slow night, sleepy classic stories. Hello? Tonight, I would like to guide your mind to a very deep and quiet forest. Let me tell you the story of a mysterious scholar named Nohyeok, a legend handed down from the deep valleys of Mount Chiak in Wonju, Gangwon Province. A very long time ago, deep in the mountains, lived Nohyeok, who moved there to escape the noise of the world. Instead of a grand house with a tiled roof, he lived in a tiny, humble hut woven from silver grass and straw. The house was so old and loose that the mountain breeze drifted through the cracks in the walls at night, and starlight poured in through the roof. But using that moonlight slipping through the cracks as his lamp, he read old books and spent time more peaceful than anyone else. People would click their tongues or worry when they saw his poverty, but a clear smile always remained on Nohyeok's face. He gathered wood in the mountains to sell at the market, barely making ends meet, but his heart was richer than the wealthiest man in the world. To him, happiness was not wearing silk clothes or eating meat dishes, but waking up to the sound of birds in the morning and falling asleep with the sound of crickets as a lullaby, a life completely at one with nature. He often spoke like this: "Coming into this world is like coming on a short picnic, so there is no need to groan under the weight of heavy greed. It is enough to live lightly like a drifting cloud, or the blowing wind, and then return." Then, one day, something very mysterious happened to Nohyeok. As he was quietly reading as usual, his body felt a little itchy, and then, just as a cicada sheds its old shell, or a butterfly breaks through a thick cocoon, brilliant, 5-colored wings began to sprout from his back. It was not the death where a person grows old, sick, and disappears. It was the moment when his soul, which had lived clearly without greed all his life, finally cast off the heavy shell of the body and gained true freedom. He was no longer a person walking on the ground, spreading the transparent and beautiful wings that had grown from his back wide. He rose very slowly toward the high sky. It is said that he stepped on the clouds as if they were stepping stones, flying beyond the blue mountain peaks seen in the distance, and over the Milky Way where stars twinkle. People in the world believed he had become a divine spirit and returned to the sky. Only his old hut and a few books remained where he left, but a clear and indescribable fragrance still lingered there. Perhaps one of those countless stars twinkling when we look up at the night sky is Nohyeok, who shed his shell and flew up. Even now, he might be looking down on us from that high place, whispering, "Do not worry too much and empty your heart lightly. Now please put down the shell of heavy worries and thoughts that have weighed on your shoulders all day right here, and imagine your heart becoming as light as a feather, just like Nohyeok in the story. Your heart has already become a free butterfly, flying peacefully through the forest of cozy dreams. I hope you fall into a deep sleep, with a lighter and more comfortable heart than ever tonight. Good night,